Hey guys, I'm Holly from the Run Experience. This video is for all those beginner runners out there. If you have yet to take a look under the hood of your running form and check out what's going on, today's the day. Let's get into this best running form drill. Guys, big thanks to Health IQ for bringing you this video. Health IQ is a life insurance agency bringing benefit to those living a healthy lifestyle just like you. Remember, there's a lot of benefit to running already, but another benefit would be potentially qualifying for lower life insurance rates. To see if you qualify through Health IQ, go ahead and hit that link down below in the description. Otherwise, let's get going with this running drill. All right guys, before we even get into this running drill, I want to talk about why running drills are important in the first place. If you are a beginner runner, there's a good chance you haven't actually gotten to this section of your training yet. You may have just gone out the door for a few small runs, walk runs, something around that. The big thing with running drills is they help you analyze how your run form looks and feels outside of a run. So when we're in the middle of a run, it's tough. We're tired, we're breathing heavy, we can't always check out what's going on, but if we actually separate the run form outside of that run, we can take a look at the separate legs, break everything apart, and hopefully avoid any injury down the line. So that's the big thing with the running drills. Today's is going to be focused on single leg work. We're going to take a look at the left leg, then the right leg, and let's get into that right now. Okay guys, so like I said, this running drill is going to be us separating our right leg from our left leg, and we're going to spend some time standing on each of those legs as well as hopping on each of those legs. So the first thing I'm going to have you guys do is just simply find your balance on one leg. There's a couple variations we can take there, but you're going to start to understand what your tendencies are. Do you tend to collapse down on your arch? Do you go to the outside? Do you shift on your toes? Do you fall back on your heels? All that stuff we'll take a look at there, and then we'll bring this into a little hopping drill to find out where our balance is as well. So let me show you guys what this looks like. We're going to start with just standing on one leg. I'm going to stand on my right leg, pick the left leg off, and I'm simply going to start by just kind of feeling my balance here. As I start to understand that, I'll start to try to intuitively kind of counterbalance everything so that I feel right on top of my weight there. I won't even get into the specifics of the rest of your body helping you out here, but just simply looking at the foot and ankle there. Once I found my balance here, I'm going to spend 30 seconds just on this right leg, and then I'm going to spend 30 seconds just standing on the left leg, same thing. If this is super easy for you, you can stand here all day. I want you to add a little bit of variation here. You can practice kind of shifting your head over your shoulder and back the other way. You can look up, look down, just spending a little play here. If that's even easier, or if that's easy as well, you can try just closing your eyes for a few of those seconds. You're going to do 30 seconds on the right, 30 on the left, take a little break, and then you'll repeat twice more for 3 rounds there. In the next section, we're going to get into a little hopping drill on those single legs. All right guys, so we just did that single leg balance work. We're now going to take this into a little hopping. So the hopping is going to be a little bit more challenging because we're going to set ourselves up with a little barrier. I'm going to use this stick today to hop both forward and back, and then side to side over it, on each of our legs single. So I'm going to lay this down on the ground, and I want you guys to just get comfortable here, just moving over and back behind the stick. You're going to stand on your right leg to start. I like to keep my hands out in front for balance, but if you want to put them on your hips, whatever works for you is best. I'm just going to start moving slow here, try to find my balance, and then eventually working into repeated hops all on that right leg. You're going to go for 15 reps. Each front counts as 1, so 1, 2, etc. through 15. After that, you're going to take a little shake out of your legs, and then you're going to switch to the left leg. You'll do the same thing. You'll rest for 3 rounds total. This single leg work, front and back, is going to be dialing in on our toes and heels, the weight balance there, kind of figuring out where that weight tends to shift in a more dynamic way than just the balancing itself. After this, I'm going to turn the stick sideways. Say we've done our first 15 and 15. We're now going to go laterally. So you're going to stand on this side of it. I'll stand on my right leg, and I'm going to go over the stick and back to the left. Over, back for 15 there, and then repeat on the left. So you're doing forward and back and side to side 3 times on each leg. What we're looking for on the side to side jumps is going to be if our foot is collapsing like this and our knee caves in, or if we're tending to favor the outside of that leg, especially when we jumped over in that direction. So just starting to feel that weight shift there, as well as forward and back. Starting to understand, is the quad, hamstring, is something weak there, is something not working when we run, and how can we bring that back into our overall run form? All right, guys, so why we're doing these drills and why we're standing on one leg and hopping on one leg is to understand where our little weak spots might be in our running. So if you're someone who, you've gone out for a few runs now and maybe your knee is starting to hurt a little bit or your ankle is starting to hurt a little bit, it's not that those pains come out of nowhere. They generally come back to our run form. So if you did that hop drill and you notice that front to back you started shifting a lot to the right the whole time you were doing it, maybe that means that the outside of that leg is a little stronger than the inside. Vice versa, if you were someone who traveled left on that, maybe the inner thigh was taking over and there isn't quite that balance on the leg muscles there. So what I want to do is give you guys kind of a fix for this, a drill to throw in your routine that's going to help balance out those leg muscles and those ankle weight shifts and everything, so that when you get back to those runs, you have a little bit better mechanics to work with. All right, so let's get you guys balanced out. If you are someone that started to notice some little weak spots during those drills, I'm gonna give you a fix right here, a very short drill, little strength routine you can throw in either on a strength day or maybe at the end of a short run. This is gonna be 2 movements. You're gonna be doing a step up onto a box or a bench or something like that, mixed with a jumping lunge. I'm gonna start with that step up. We're gonna be doing these super slow with no assistance from our back leg so that we really can start to build nice, even leg muscle all the way through the front here. I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. We'll start with the right. So I'm going to have hardly any weight here. I'm going to shift everything over that front leg that's going on the top of the box. This is a height that's usually comfortable for me, but if you're in the beginning stages here, feel free to use something a little lower. You're going to lean all of your weight into that front leg, no push off from this back one, and I'm going to stand up really slow, trying to track my knee right over my toe and stand the hips up tall. I'm going to come down the same exact way. Hips back, lay down here, and safely come down. Now I'm going to switch legs, going up on this left one, trying not to wiggle my knee, not let it collapse, keeping everything tracking in one line. You can see my left's a little weaker than my right. You're going to do 10 alternating step-ups during that round. As soon as you're done there, we're going to go into a little jumping lunge sequence, and the jumping lunges are going to help us just kind of balance our quad and hamstring strength across the board for our running. So I'll show you guys facing this way. Starting a nice balanced lunge here, you'll have even weight, front and back leg. You're gonna drop that back knee straight down, and you can put your arms out for a little support here. Now I'm just gonna push off from this front heel and this back toe, little lift and switch. Lift and switch, finding a little bounce here. You barely have to come off the ground an inch, just enough to switch your position here. Key for those jumping lunges is, again, to watch that front knee and the back leg, that they're not swinging around, but that you're staying nice and balanced the whole time. You're doing 10 alternating step-ups, come off, 20 alternating jumping lunges, take about 1 to 2 minutes off there, and then you'll repeat twice more for 3 total rounds of this drill. All right, guys, so I know that may have been a lot of information for some of you who are just diving into this running world, but the bottom line here is that it's good to start taking awareness before injuries happen to you. So breaking it down a little bit, in the simple ways we did today, and then of course working on building that strength evenly across your legs so that when you go into that next run, you feel a lot stronger and a lot more stable as you move through. Let me know if you guys have any questions down below. Today we've got a drill, and if you have yet to, yeah. Guys, big things to help. Sorry, you start over. You're scared, eh? Guys, thanks again to Health IQ for bringing you this video today. Remember, if you are just getting into this healthy lifestyle, there are so many great benefits to it, one of which being potentially lower life insurance rates. If you're interested in checking that out or getting a little more info, go ahead and hit that link down in the description. If you liked this video today, the running drill made sense to you, or you're gonna give it a try, make sure you hit that like button down below. Any comments or questions, requests for future videos, I'm happy to make those for you guys. Drop those in the comments below as well. And make sure you subscribe to our channel. We have brand new videos coming out for you each and every week, and we want you guys to see them. Otherwise, I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.